Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, August 30, 2023. Tremendous struggles began yesterday and have somberly echoed into today. This is because the mighty Sun, your ruler, in your solar house of wealth, has become crushed by an icy Saturn across the sky in your solar house of settlements. This shows that if you are going through a divorce or separation, horrible news could appear now, leaving you with none of your needs met or an ex who is trying to scheme their way with all the loot. For those in more harmonious relationships, you still feel depressed, miserable, and frustrated at every turn. Are you ready for a slower change of pace? As a creature of habit, you may not have appreciated the unexpected twists and turns in your career path over the last few months. It might have been stressful to navigate. Luckily, you have a chance to get ahead of the curve when Uranus stations retrograde in Taurus today. Over the next few months, you may feel like you have more control over the trajectory of your career path and professional standing, thanks to Uranus retrograde. Enjoy this change of pace. It is just a few hours after the Moon leaves your work sector that Uranus retrograde turn in your income sector today creates a unique situation. With Pluto already in retrograde motion in your work sector and Mercury in his first week in retrograde motion in your career sector, Uranus retrograde turn today means the doors are now open to the past, second chances and untapped potential across the income, work and career fronts. The day's planetary aspect is best summed up with the image of Cupid, except that the recipient of all your ardor will probably be yourself. Doing what you need to do to nurture yourself properly is what this aspect is all about. Once acknowledged, you usually have no problem with execution. There is no point gained by a beautiful throw that misses the target. Look at your health regimen and ask what you can give yourself to improve your well-being. Are you really ready to fight body and soul to gain victory? If yes, you are certainly in phase with today's vibrations because you are going to be able to realize a project that you hold dear or create a lasting relationship, notably in your private life. Professional realizations will come a little later and will depend on your ability to be autonomous. In a case of perfect timing, the Moon not only returns to your relationship sector today but a clash with Venus, in her final days in retrograde motion in Leo could push some old buttons. While that sounds more like a case of bad timing, it is the Moon's return during Mars' first full day in your communication sector in 2 years that makes all the difference. Just 24 hours into Mars' new war on communication barriers, the Moon gives him something to sink his teeth into, with your relationships benefiting from the start. The Moon returns for its ordinary monthly visit to your relationship sector but with both extraordinary timing and significant implications. A clash with Venus during the planet of love's final days in retrograde motion in Leo might push some buttons and evoke some strong emotional responses, but it comes just as in his first full day in your communication sector Mars has declared war on communication barriers. Our eyes in the sky. Stepping confidently along the path towards our aspirations, we inevitably draw others towards our endeavors. Our resolute pursuit of dreams becomes an irresistible invitation, enticing kindred spirits to partake in the exhilarating journey ahead. The result? The formation of unanticipated alliances and the potential for forging novel friendships that resonate with shared passions and visions. The time for hesitation has waned. It is now the moment to actualize those seemingly audacious concepts that have inhabited the recesses of your mind. The heightened waves of creative energy embolden us to manifest even the most unconventional of ideas. If apprehension once held you back from showcasing your creative aptitudes, now is the time to cast aside those doubts. The universe aligns in such a way that your hesitations are transformed into decisive action, often yielding pleasantly surprising reactions from both yourself and others. Uranus is just one of many planets that are already in retrograde motion or are preparing to turn retrograde, but he is the first in your financial sector. Already at a standstill ahead of his retrograde turn tomorrow and with Jupiter turning retrograde 7 days later, ahead of new developments on the income front. In a few weeks, money matters are preparing to move into review mode. As Uranus embarks on its retrograde journey, remember that this cosmic dance is an invitation to explore the realms of your emotions, to invigorate connections, and to unleash the reservoirs of your creativity. Embrace this period as a time of growth, a time of forging profound connections, and a time of turning your boldest visions into beautiful realities. Today marks the commencement of Uranus retrograde motion, an astrological event that beckons us to delve into the depths of our emotions and confront the lingering wounds that yearn for healing. As we navigate this celestial phenomenon, we are presented with an invaluable opportunity to liberate ourselves from the clutches of our past, fostering a sense of renewal and growth. In this introspective journey, it is imperative to extend our compassion and support to those around us who may be grappling with their own emotional struggles. A simple gesture of reaching out and checking in on those who may be enduring a difficult emotional juncture can make a world of difference. By doing so, we not only exemplify empathy but also cultivate the bonds that connect us as human beings. While Uranus retrograde turn in your financial sector today has been an annual event since his return in 2019 and will be until he leaves in 2026, the difference this time is that Jupiter is here and the planet of luck and expansion will be turning retrograde in 7 days as well. As your focus shifts to the rear-view mirror, Jupiter's 12-month quest for financial growth and expansion will be doing the same. Moreover, the retrograde encourages us to rekindle the sparks within relationships that may have dulled over time. Breathing new life into these connections can infuse vitality and enthusiasm, fostering an environment where both partners can thrive. This astrological phase also bestows upon us the gift of unbridled creativity. As the cosmic energies surge, we are empowered to embrace our imaginative faculties without reservation.